everybody. I am so sorry I'm so late. Something ran way longer than I was expecting it to, and I am honestly a little bit annoyed about it. But we persist, we adapt. So where we left off, we were in the middle of day 3. We were about to get into the first fight against Nero. And well, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna be the same here. So I think we're probably gonna get through day 4 as well. And maybe even more than that? I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. But, let's go ahead and get on into it. I've already viewed this scene, and let's see if flag 2 is greater than or equal to 1. What was flag 2 again? Ah, that's what we got from staying at Ciel's. Oh, we have to pick the same option either way. Okay, so we are going to gonna go check outside. Alright, I've decided what to do from the very beginning. Taking the knife out of my pocket, I walk up to the door. Shiki? I'm going to go check things out. Don't leave this room until I come back. I step out into the hallway, shaking off Arcuid's look that she wants to say something. No one is in the hallway. This doesn't seem like the music that should be playing right now, is it? Glitched a little bit. I couldn't hear from inside, but the hallway is noisy. It's not that this floor is noisy. Rather, the noise is coming from beneath my feet. Yeah, this seems wrong. Hang on. Save. Return to title. Because that seemed not right. Huh, I guess it is this music. No one is in the hallway. I couldn't hear from inside, but the hallway is noisy. It's not that this floor is noisy, rather the noise is coming from beneath my feet. There is some kind of ruckus on the floor below. I can hear the noise of many people talking. That's odd. It's just past 4 in the morning. Even under the assumption that some people have woken up early, it's not normal for this many people to be up at this hour. Doesn't look strange so far. I walk down the hallway. The noise from downstairs is like the sound of ocean waves. Noisy, and yet so very solitary and inactive. My fingers gripping the knife feel numb. A chill runs over the back of my neck. There's something near my temple. Pain emerges from the back of my eyes. Enduring it, I walk down the hallway. It hurts. My eyes hurt. My head grows heavy, and I feel a drifting sensation, like I'm about to collapse right here. Yeah, I know what this is. This is the feeling I get right before I collapse from anemia. It hurts. It hurts. Unable to withstand it any longer, I remove my glasses. There are 2 elevators. One is stopped on the 1st floor, the other on the 5th. There is an unpleasant feeling in the air. A suffocating, tense sensation. I push the button to call the elevator. I just want to know what's going on downstairs for now. The elevator rises. 6th floor. 7th floor. 8th floor. 9th floor. Damn it, what's up with it? The elevator is awfully slow. Something, a shapeless, shadow-like premonition of something fatally irrevocable, clings to me. 10th floor. Just one more floor until the elevator reaches this one. Hurry up. My breath catches. I realize all the noise I heard from below is now long gone. With a ridiculous electronic ding, the elevator arrives. The door opens. There is no one inside. The interior of the narrow steel box is surprisingly clean and tidy. I enter and press the button for the 10th floor. With a heavy noise, the elevator descends. Just one floor down, but it feels awfully far. The current floor display shifts to show the 10th floor. Finally, suddenly, the world is engulfed in darkness. Huh? Darkness. Total darkness. Pitch black, utterly without light. In that, all I can see is the faint glimmer of the lines of death. Why? My breath freezes in my throat. From all around, something, some kind of rustling sound, like the sound of insects crawling around, can be heard. I am about to cry out, but I hold back my scream. First, I've got to examine the situation, just like Sensei taught me long ago. And then, think carefully. Taking a huge breath, I manage to calm my thoughts. I see. A blackout. But a hotel like this should have a backup generator for occasions like this. Something must be wrong with the cables, if even that's not working. Gripping the knife, I tense up. The sound of the crawling insects is coming from around the elevator. It feels like there are hundreds of giant cockroaches clinging to the outside of the elevator. Ugh. There's no point in staying here. The display stopped when the 10th floor was lit. Then it means that if I open the door, I should be at the 10th floor. Guess I'll cut it, I whisper to myself. Thrusting the knife into the only line I can see, I cut apart the door of the elevator. The instant the door opens, I am enveloped by a suffocating stench. The 10th floor is filled with it. It's so thick just breathing it is enough to clog my airways. But even so, if I were to take a step outside, I would be on the 10th floor's hallway. In the distance, there is the faint glow of the lamp marking the fire escape. Apart from that, the world is painted over in darkness. Hello, Kashi Chidori. Welcome, welcome. I take a step outside. Is anyone... I'm about to say there, but I stop. I don't quite know why, but I feel as though it would be a bad idea to raise my voice. Indeed. I take another step. Slowly, I enter the hallway. The corridor reeks of the terrible smell. A raw smell. The smell of beasts. That, and a grinding sound coming from somewhere. There's been a stinging pain in my neck for a while now. The darkness is frightening. This silence is frightening. To find out what happened here is more frightening than anything else. The pain from the back of my neck running to the top of my spine holds back my nervousness. That throbbing pain, it's the price of my desperate attempts to repress the urge to just scream and flee. My breathing goes wild. My body is drenched in sweat. Knife in hand, I am unable to take another step. I have the feeling that if I were to move even a little, I would see something unimaginably horrible. But I'll really be in trouble if I don't get back up the stairs. To stay on this floor is worse. It feels like each second passing is grinding a year off my life. That's how fast I feel death closing in on me. My breath comes quicker and heavier. Fortunately, I can see where the fire escape is thanks to the lamp. It's down the end of the hallway. If I can reach that green emergency light, I can go back upstairs. Gripping the knife, I set off down the dark hallway. I can hear something from beneath my feet. I guess the hallway is soaked in water. Oh, Shiki, you wish this was water. In addition, my feet keep bumping into things as I walk. Even so, I stay silent. Bearing with the terrible stench smothering me, I head for the emergency light. Only a few more meters to go. Then I see something squirming beneath the emergency light. Huh? I break my silence. A squishing, lukewarm sound. A dry, grinding sound. The wild panting breath of beasts. What? Under the green light of the fire escape, all sorts of animals are swarming around some human-shaped object. I can't tell what sorts of animals are eating it. The hallway is dark, and the emergency light is too weak. That's why all I can gather is this image. Numerous cockroaches are devouring the human corpse while emitting a laughing, buzzing sound. Ugh. This is really different from how this goes in Arcue's route. That's the only way I can make sense of this nightmare. There's a noise coming from the direction of the elevator. I turn around. Perhaps it's because my eyes have adjusted to the darkness? Or maybe it's thanks to light from the fire escape, but I now see exactly what sort of condition the hallway I just passed through is in. The hallway is a sea of red. Lying around within that sea are human arms and legs. The soaked hallway. Scraggy, hard objects which I felt on my legs. It must have been what I was stepping on. My mind goes blank. The hallway is red only on the floor. Clinging to the ceiling and walls are all sorts of black things. It's not because there are no lights that they look black. They are black to begin with. They don't seem to have any solid shape, sticking to the ceiling and walls like some sort of liquid. But I know they're animals from the eyes. The glinting eyes of the many beast-like forms are trained on me, the only surviving human. Yeah, I managed to suppress my scream. The beasts are staring at me intently. They hold their breath, waiting to assault me the moment I scream out. I manage to regulate my ragged breathing. I can feel it, awfully so, that the moment I cry out, they'll all attack me at once. None of the creatures on the wall possess the same eyes. It's almost ridiculous to see even shark-like eyes clinging to the wall. I order my feet to move, but they won't budge an inch. I can't move. My feet will not move after having seen a world like this. The noise from beneath the emergency light grows smaller. Those beasts are probably finishing off the corpse. My breath catches. The rustling draws closer. It seems the creatures found their next prey, called Tono Shiki. But but my legs would not move. This world is too different. My mind doesn't operate properly. I've made a mistake. I shouldn't have come to this floor. Then, I can hear a terribly familiar sound. The very normal sound of human footsteps. A completely normal, common-sense sound from the world I lived in until a moment ago. Ah! My numb mind infuses strength into my paralyzed legs. I run. Kicking up soaked blood in the hallway, I dash towards the emergency light. Run. I have to get away from this place as fast as possible. But that was a mistake. Reacting to my dash, the black things clinging to the wall and ceilings crash after me like a wave. I dash toward the stairs with everything I have. But the black wave is so many times faster than I am, and in an instant my body is not consumed. Squeak. Squeak. With a cry, the black wave halts before my eyes. Huh? I don't get it. I don't get it, but this is probably my last chance. I run. I run towards the stairs. Instead of running towards me, the beasts beneath the emergency light are heading towards the elevator I was just in, towards the sound of footsteps. Ahead of the animals, I can hear what sounds like a kitchen knife slicing vegetables. Something, a human silhouette, is slashing the black animals. But I don't have time to discern its identity. Using my hands and feet, I rush up the fire stairs like a dog. I climb back up to the 11th floor. The surroundings are still pitch black, but here, there is no trace of that stench. That raw stench of beasts, blood, and entrails. I manage to get up, and tracing along the wall, I walk back towards Arcuit's room. The lights come back on. This floor is still as it was before. The only thing that's different is me, splattered here and there in human blood. My pants are completely red, as if they had been crimson to begin with. Red flecks are all over me. My arm and chest, even my face. So that's how it was. I should have realized it when I was in front of the elevator, the moment the noises from downstairs ceased. At that point, there was no longer anyone else still alive. What was that? What was that just now? A sea of blood. If the floor below this one was like that, what were the other floors like? What was that scene of carnage? What was that scene of hell? This and that and this and that, all of it has been the work of the enemy Arcuit was talking about? My teeth grind together. They clench together so tightly it feels like they're going to shatter. My body is still trembling. My consciousness is still numb. But more than all of that, I can't accept that spectacle. What was that just then? What, all those incomprehensible animals devoured all the guests staying on the lower floors? Had they all been killed and eaten? One-sidedly, pointlessly killed without a chance to argue, escape, or even call for help? You've got to be kidding. You've got to be kidding me. I clench the knife tightly, and then, with a cheerful electronic ding, the elevator, which stopped on the 10th floor, reaches this one. I turn back to face the elevator, now about 10 meters down the hall. The door opens. Within are 2 black dogs. I see. You guys came after me. I grip the knife with both hands. The black dogs burst out from the elevator. They break into a run. Of course, toward me, the last prey. Ha! The black dogs are coming for me. On their bodies, I can see an infinite number of lines, and on their foreheads, the point of death. Without hesitating, first I stab the dog that leaps at me in the forehead. The black dog falls to the floor without even giving a scream. It melts into a black liquid. After that, the other black dog bounds towards me. It leaps. Its speed belies all human comparison. I don't even take 2 seconds to cover the 10 meters down the hallway. Or it doesn't even take 2 seconds. Okay, I can read. I line up the knife again, but not quickly enough. The black dog opens its mouth. That mouth is filled with fangs so many times sharper than the knife I have, and they are aimed straight at my throat. Accurate and fast. The instant I realize they are drawing upon me, the fangs bite into my throat with a crunch. I die. But no, you don't, because this isn't an ending. But that's not right. I can't be killed by something like this, and I refuse to die. This tragedy would not cause me to hesitate. A hot summer's day. It happened long ago, 8 years ago. I've seen something even more terrible. Thrust. I thrust my knife into the forehead of the black dog, biting into my neck. My arm moved just before the black dog ripped through my throat. It was done rather perfectly, even for myself. Like a machine whose sole function is to cut, I plunged the knife into the dog's forehead without any useless or wasted movement. Because that is where the first dog's point was. Normally, even if the brain is destroyed, the muscles try to execute the commands they have received from the brain. This black dog would have probably ripped through my throat even if I had simply pierced its head. Well, normally that would happen, but the black dog is dead. Death is a complete stoppage. At the point when I killed it, it lost every form of validity. I've mentioned this before, but I really love this track. The second black dog also collapses onto the floor. It becomes a black stain on the hotel's hallway. I'm tired. With a thump, I lean my back against the wall and look up at the ceiling. My head hurts. The world becomes a patchwork, and here and there I can see the black points of death. My body is freezing, but my mind is burning feverishly. Right beside me lie the corpses of the 2 black dogs. One of my arms is covered in blood, the other clutches a red knife. Also, there are a quite uncountable number of dead bodies downstairs. All I can do is laugh, because this isn't real. There's no way this can be real. At what point did I, with my eyes wide open, start seeing a nightmare? Ding dong! Huh? A terribly out-of-place, cheerful sound rings out. Damn it, what's with this headache? I stand up, enduring the pain in my head, and look toward the sound. Elevator? It seems the sound is the other elevator coming up. The door opens. Inside stands a man wearing a black coat. There he is! The man, the myth, the legend. The headache worsens. Yes, I've seen him before. I'm sure I've seen that man before. Silently, he walks towards me. I ready my knife as I glare at him. But he doesn't react at all as he walks towards me. It's as if he doesn't notice me at all. The distance between us shrinks. Just a little more. when there is barely 1 meter between us, the man finally seems to notice me. Those bloodshot eyes. The instant I see those eyes, which no human should possess, I lose all freedom to move my body. I thought I killed everyone, but it seems like there's still someone left. The man turns and looks at the corpses of the 2 black dogs. You pieces of filth. If you can't even take care of a scrap of meat, you're unworthy to be a part of my body. The man voices his displeasure as he raises his hand. His coat lifts like a mantle. Something's odd. With a splash, the black dog's remains liquefy and disappear into the man's coat. I can't even scream. Below the man's coat is pure darkness, without even the traces of an outline. All that exists there is a mud-like darkness. This is dangerous. This guy is just too dangerous. My instincts sound the alarm wildly in my head, but I can't even lift a finger. The man in the black coat approaches me. It's not good if I just stay here. The unstopping headache grows to an unbearable level, telling me this place is dangerous. Whatever the means, if I don't get out of here soon, I am going to lose my life. But it's too late. The man is right before me. Those eyes aren't looking at me at all. Feet. He raises one of his arms. Below it lies a chaotic darkness. From there, something huge appears. Whomp. The sound of wind. That which has appeared from below the man's coat is a crocodile's mouth, easily large enough to swallow a man whole. My consciousness bursts. In panic, I slash at the crocodile's mouth, but it's a futile act. There is a squishing sound. I fall onto the floor. My throat is broken. I'm not breathing. I'm throwing up blood. Blood sprays from my throat in time with the beating of my heart. My consciousness is splitting. The pain is obliterating my thoughts. Looking, I see that the right side of my stomach is basically non-existent. Shiki? I can hear a voice, but I can't hear it very well. Not very impressive for a guard dog of yours. The man's voice. I can't believe a vampire named Chaos would play such trivial games. It's like a poorly scripted nightmare, Nero Chaos. This is very, very different. Arcuate's voice. I feel the same way. To catch one of the surviving true ancestors. I never dreamed I would be a part of such a foolish festival. This is a nightmare for me, too. The man's deep voice. Yeah. Joji Nakata, deep. But what is the meaning of this? I have heard that the previous executor could not even scratch you. What kind of a mistake is this? Right now, your presence is exceedingly weak, even weaker than a mere member of the dead. Were you attacked by the church before I arrived, Arcuate Brunstad? I can't hear Arcuate's voice. It is difficult to understand. There are only a limited number of conceptual weapons capable of harming you. The only people in possession of those are the church's assassins, and I don't think the burial agency would dispatch anyone this far east. Either way, this is most fortunate for me. I shall not ask why you have been weakened. All I am going to do is claim your head while I have a chance of winning. The sound of footsteps. It seems, despite having said he was going to claim her head, the The man in the black coat is now leaving for the elevator. Huh? I don't understand. It's just so hot. My consciousness blurs and fades. Ah, are you awake? Arcuid? I open my half-lidded eyes. Arcuid is there in front of me. It appears we're in the hotel hallway. How do you feel? I think I've managed to close the wound. Hello? I think I've managed to close the wound. That was weird. There was a noise. But I suppose it still hurts. Close the wound? That's not possible. The injury I had received from that thing wasn't even what you could call a wound. It took half my torso away with it. It's odd enough that I'm still alive, but for the wound to have closed, that would be practically miraculous. Huh? How come I'm still alive? I get up and check my body. There isn't any pain. The right side of my stomach is back to as it was before. I need to drink some water, hang on. Trying to go lower for Nero does a number on me. Though it does seem rather black and blubbery. What? What did you say? What is this? I point towards the soft, blubbery thing on my stomach. It's true that there's no pain, and that I'm feeling a surge of strength there, but I have the feeling that I saw something similar just a moment ago. I hope it's just my imagination. Yeah, it's a familiar Nero was using to reinforce his body. You killed it when it got you, right? It was still alive, so I decided to use it to replace your damaged parts. And that works? Familiar? So you mean the crocodile that came out from that man's coat? That's right! Isn't that great, Shiki? It's just that part, but you've powered up. Arcuid gives a genuinely happy laugh. For me, of course, this is no laughing matter. But what the heck have you done? What were you thinking, attaching weird stuff to someone's body like that without even asking? What do you mean? I helped you, didn't I? I can't heal others, and you would have died if I left you like that. Or would you have rather died? Well, I'm thankful you helped me, but how am I supposed to live with a body like this from now on? Don't worry about that. Once a familiar has been severed from its master, it's just a scrap of flesh. It's a bit unstable in form at the moment, but in time it'll begin to imitate the properties of your body and you'll be back to normal. Plus, it'll be tougher than your body's ever been up until now, Shiki. If you study magic, you might even be able to return it to the original crocodile form. Arcuid says, sounding more envious than happy. Aren't you happy, Shiki? Now I wish you'd been wounded all over. You idiot. There's no way I can be happy with having something like this put onto me. No way. You're not happy, Shiki? Not one bit. Well, I suppose I can survive thanks to this, but I don't want to survive by this method ever again. Okay, I'll make do with a different method next time. Arcuid mumbles a response. Is she repenting? Or did she not learn anything? I seriously cannot tell from a line like that. Well, it's alright. I was just shocked at first because it was so sudden, but you did help me, Arcuid. That's one thing I'm really thankful for. Really? That's an odd thing to thank me for, Shiki. I haven't done much. It's okay. I'm thankful, so be thanked. You don't have to feel bad about it. Yeah, you're right, I suppose. Arcuid seems lost in thought for some reason. Okay, anyhow, let's get out of here right now. With all the fuss that's been raised, it's going to get inconvenient if we stay here any longer. All the fuss? Ah, that's right. None of the people in this hotel are alive anymore. I get up. My stomach doesn't hurt, but it feels as if my body belongs to someone else, and my mind swims. We'll head to my room for now, but Shiki? My mind sways. Arcuid is saying something, but I can't hear a thing. As if I'm falling into an abyss, I lose consciousness, this time for real. Thump. Right next to me, I feel someone's heartbeat. My eyes and ears don't seem to be working, but I know quickly that it is Arcuid. Thump. My own heartbeat. Maybe it's because of the terror I've never felt before, combined with being on the verge of death. Black. I feel like this thick blood which was hiding somewhere is now surging through my body. Thump. Even though Arcuid's body is cool to the touch, she has the definite warmth of a living being. Just being held like this calms my once raging heart. Thump. My heart beats stronger. Blood containing a strong will that seems to not be mine circulates through my body. But that's odd. How can blood that's not mine stay hidden within me for so long? Investigators believe the cause of Takada Yoichi's motorcycle accident was a malfunction in the brake pedal which occurred while he was descending a steep hill. Fortunately, no one was killed in the accident. A newscaster's voice flows from the speaker. That voice wakes me from my slumber. Where am I? A large room I don't recognize. This is... I take that back. I do recognize this place. I've been in this room once before. It's Arcuid's room. I am lying in bed covered by sheets. It's about past noon. Arcuid doesn't seem to be anywhere in the room, and uninteresting news fills the air. Where did Arcuid go? And I sense someone's presence in the kitchen. In the kitchen? I get out of bed. Curious, I check my stomach for wounds, but it's perfectly healed. I touch it timidly. If I scratch it, I feel the scratch. If I pinch it, it hurts. It looks like that black, blubbery thing has really become part of my body. Well, for now, I can't comment much on it. More importantly, I have to ask Arcuid about what happened in the hotel. Hey, Arcuid... Next on the news, a massive number of people went missing in the early morning hours at a hotel in southern Minamiyashirogi City. That is a long name. I stop dead in my tracks. My eyes become glued to the newscaster on the television set. 103 people staying at the hotel are still unaccounted for. Furthermore, bloodstains can be seen within the hotel, and the police are beginning to suspect that they were involved in some kind of a crime. Gee, ya fucking think? What are you saying? Bloodstains? It wasn't something that small and cute. The newscaster reads off the script with a disinterested tone. The screen switches to the scene of the hotel I stayed at earlier, and then a listing of the names for the 103 missing people. Of course, neither mine or Arcuid's name are on the list. Furthermore, a large amount of wild animal hair was found within the hotel. It is presumed that the hair is connected with the suspect in some way. Some of the confirmed hair samples appeared to be from a large breed of dog, wolves, and there was also evidence of a bear. There were numerous different hair samples found on the scene. Ridiculously, what appeared to be shark bites were also reported from the scene. Click. I switch off the television set. 100 people. About 100 people back then. In just half an hour, they were all brutally killed. Bloodstains? Unaccounted for. How can you say that when you have that much information? I understand completely. Everyone staying in the hotel was killed by those incomprehensible beasts and devoured without a trace. I resist the urge to throw up. I can't allow myself to vomit when I recall each and every event which occurred last night. Such a petty sympathy would set me lower than a filthy pig. For me, the only one who escaped death in that hotel, I won't allow anything else other than hatred for the one behind it all. 100 people. 100 people killed without even leaving their bodies behind. Only blood. The face of the man in the black coat surfaces in my memory. I don't know who he is, but it is no mistake to think he's behind everything that happened. Is my heart still numb? Right now, hatred wins out over fear and disgust. Or maybe even the feelings swirling inside my chest are just another kind of fear. That's just ridiculous. I grit my teeth. I don't know if it is regret or fear or maybe an unpleasant revulsion, but just recalling the face of the man in the black coat makes me want to break something and irritates me. You're awake, Shiki. Arcuid pokes her head out of the kitchen. Oh. What is it? Making such a scary face. Did something happen? Arcuid speaks lightly as if nothing happened at all. The feelings which were welling forth inside me until just now disappear. Arcuid, shouldn't you be asleep right now? It's the middle of the day. That's true, but there's no way I could sleep while your condition wasn't stable. And I was thinking I slept yesterday, so it's your turn today. Yeah, thanks. For some reason, I feel embarrassed and look away. Even though she's not human, she is really attractive. Anyway, Arcuid, why did I sleep in your room? That man in the black coat you called Nero, what exactly is he? You're here because I brought you here. Shiki, you lost consciousness in that hotel hallway. I remember that vaguely, but why did that Nero guy leave? He seemed to be saying something terrible. That's because the sun was rising. By the time you and I had left the hotel, it was above the horizon. You remember that vampires lose their power in sunlight, right? She speaks like she's talking about a third party, but she's a vampire herself. Arcuid, you say that, but doesn't that go for you, too? That is, you said after I killed you, you became weak, right? Did your body recover a little? Yes, thanks to you. I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. I'm finally able to move my arms and legs around, too. Huh? Finally able to move her arms and legs around. Don't tell me. Wait a second, Arcuid. You mean you weren't able to move around fully before? Huh, I didn't mention it? Most of my nerves weren't connected yet, so I was moving them using my willpower rather than physically. She didn't say. I never thought about it or even noticed her precarious state. I remember how Arcuid bit her lip regretfully when that blue crow arrived. I think at that time she really must have been frustrated she couldn't move no matter how much she wanted to. That's why she just stood there. I see. So, how much have you recovered now? Let's see. I can at least move my body. My body will be fine by tonight. But I'm not able to gain back the power I used when I regenerated myself, so it doesn't change my weakened state. Her face is expressionless as she says these words. I see. Even if it's only little by little, I'm glad you're getting better. I sigh from heartfelt relief. Oh? What's wrong, Cheeky? And just a little earlier, you were calling me a monster. Idiot, I still think you are. But that's something else. I just wanted to thank you for helping me. I saved you, Cheeky? Arcuid's eyes widen in surprise. It seems she wasn't even aware of it. Yeah. I have a few problems with your method, but you did save me. So it's a little late, but thanks. If you weren't there, I would have joined that list of 103 names. Thanks. It wasn't really anything. I'm the reason you met Nero, so you don't have to feel like you owe me. Maybe, but the truth is that you saved me. Since you did, I want to thank you. God, they're gonna go back and forth like this. But if I didn't make you watch over me, you never would have been involved in all that. I'm the one messing up your everyday life. So wouldn't it be more appropriate for you to hate me rather than be indebted to me? Well, certainly I do think you're a big bother, but you know, in the end, I think I have to take responsibility for my actions. A long time ago, someone taught me this. She said, whatever happens around me, I have to stick with things I started to the very end. Well, it seems quite natural. I am a supporter of that idea. Which is why I don't hate Arcuid. I just feel like I'm involved in something pretty bothersome. Oh. Now that you mention it, I did say I needed a shield because you killed me. So I guess I don't have to apologize for involving you in such things. Right. The situation I'm in is my own fault. Your fault, huh? I think you have bad luck, Shiki. If only you killed some other girl than me, things never would have ended up like this. Hey. In the first place, you can't just assume I would kill someone other than you, Arcuid. I've only felt like that, stalked and killed only once. Only Arcuid. Or, I want to think she would be the only one. Did you remember something you forgot? No, that's not it. I never really thought about it before, but I just wondered why I wanted to kill you. Arcuid frowns as she looks at me. Well, it's a natural reaction. I, the one who killed Arcuid, is saying that he doesn't even know why he killed her. There's no reason at all, right? Because you're just a born killer, Shiki. Hold on. What did this woman just say about me? You seemed really used to it when you attacked me. You rang the doorbell, put your hand through the door as it opened, and entered. While I was still off guard with surprise, you killed me with your first strike and just finished off by slicing me into pieces. Yeah, your surprise attack was perfect. How perfect was it? A painting of you from that time would have been an unparalleled masterpiece. That's how perfect it was. But no matter how superb a killer, no matter how excellent your technique, the victim this time was a poor choice. I don't know how many people you killed until now, but I think it was time for you to be caught when you chose me as your prey. What's with that scary face all of a sudden? If you want to say something, it's better just to say it. We've never held anything back between us, right? That may be true. I nod and motion her to come near with my hand. A secret? Arcuate approaches excitedly. I bring my mouth close to her ear and clearly state what I want to say. You know, Arcuate. Yeah? What? Okay. Ready? That's not it at all, you idiot! Idiot! My shout echoes through the room. I strike her eardrums with full power, not holding back one bit. Ow! Owie! Arcuate exaggeratedly covers her ears. I'm ticked off now. What are you doing all of a sudden, Shiki? I'm the one who should be angry. I was wondering why you were asking me all those impossible things, but now I understand. Huh? Understand what? About you asking me to be a shield against a monster and watching over you because you think I'm some crazed killer. Jeez, you're unbelievably mistaken. You thought so highly of me because of that. Look, I'll tell you right now. I'm not a killer or a homicidal maniac. You were the first person I killed. Arcuate's mouth hangs open. Damn it, she really does seem totally surprised. No way! It was your first time, yet you were that skilled? Yeah, certainly I do have the strange eyes, but I still lived an honest life. I never even thought once of using these lines to kill people. But then why did you kill me? You never even saw me before. I don't know why either. I just became so fixated when I saw you on the street. When I came to, I had already sliced you into pieces. In this room, without reason, without purpose. I see. Yeah, I see. I don't have any right to be angry at Arcuate. Even if she's alive right now and isn't human, the truth is I killed her with my own hands. Why are you all quiet again? What do you mean, Shiki? I'm sorry. I have to apologize. Why did I conveniently forget such an important thing? Sorry. I'm sorry, Arcuate. I, Tono Shiki, killed you. More than anything else, I should have apologized for that from the very beginning. There really is something wrong with me. It's only natural she mistook me for a killer, because I don't even understand that impulse myself. So maybe Tono Shiki might be a real killer. The reality is I killed you, so I have to accept my sin and punishment. A killer like me can't mix in with the rest of society. Not realizing such an important thing until now is just too cowardly. No matter what Arcuate is, I am someone who kills for no reason. I see. Then you really don't understand why yourself, Shiki. I nod silently. Then you didn't feel any enjoyment either? Yes, certainly there are those killers for whom killing is like breathing, but you are really normal, Shiki. That's right. At least I try to be. No, you are incredibly normal. Then I was the only one you wanted to kill? Yeah. Other than you, I never felt like that before. I see. Then there's no problem. You're not a killer, Shiki. She says this lightly, almost dismissively. I don't think you have to receive any punishment. By chance, I was the one you wanted to kill, and worse, you were equipped with this unparalleled killing technique. But luckily, I am a vampire, so no one died, right? So you don't need to be troubled so much. I don't think you have to worry about those morals of human society. Right now, the only ones who can condemn you are me, the victim, and you, yourself. That may be so, but it doesn't change the fact that I killed you. Right. Even if there is no punishment, the sin will never disappear. Of course. Even now, I still resent it, so it would be troubling if you just forgot. But you know, Shiki, if you feel that way and will always regret it, then I don't think there will be a problem. But that's just sugarcoating it. Shiki, there really are people who will not sell their souls to the devil even if they hated the world. Like someone so honest they could apologize to a vampire. So I think it's alright. No matter what people say, and no matter how much you say you're not, you can still stay in the world you want to live in. I'm speechless. How can you smile and say that to the person who killed you? Arcuid. Come on, we have a much more troublesome problem to worry about. Now that you're up, Shiki, I want to continue our conversation from before. That's right. More important than my own situation, I have to know about Arcuid and what happened at that hotel. That's right. Arcuid, can I ask you about the hotel from yesterday? Fine, but we don't have to stay standing. Shiki, if your body isn't quite fully adjusted, maybe you should lie down. Idiot, you're the one who should be lying down. Isn't daytime hard for you? Don't worry about me. Lie down and we can talk. It's okay. I finally have a chance to talk to you, so it would be a waste if it wasn't face to face. Arcuid smiles faintly and looks directly at me. Well, if you say you're fine, then I don't care either way. After briefly looking away, I sit on the bed. Arcuid imitates me and sits on a sofa. Well, I'll ask then. The guy last night, the one you called Nero, just what the hell is he? I'm being serious here, so please don't say something like he's a magician who can make crocodiles appear from his body. I won't say that. I think you know this already, but he is also a vampire. We call him Nero, and he is quite an exception. To tell the truth, he isn't someone you could talk to so casually like this. So he was a vampire after all. But for some reason, like Arcuid sitting in front of me, he doesn't match my image of a vampire either. So this Nero, what kind of guy is he? You seem to know him or something. Of course not. I don't have any vampire acquaintances. Knowing them means I'm going to kill them the next instant. This is the first time I ever met a vampire without killing it. But you guys were talking about a lot of things. It would be hasty to call him an acquaintance because of that. Nero is a famous vampire, so no introductions were necessary when we met, that's all. Isn't it natural to know the name of vampires with an unusual power and a long history? Among those, Nero stands out even more. Despite being one of the oldest vampires, he has neither a castle nor territory and is an eccentric wanderer. The church has given him a second name, Chaos. Chaos? What's that? Literally squirming, squelching chaos. Like a primordial earth where no one knows what will fly out after the mixing of various things. A meaning, I'm guessing, from last night. He's the primordial soup. Not knowing what will fly out. Jeez, you saw his body too, Shiki. We spoke of it earlier, but aged vampires cannot easily regenerate damage to their bodies. To restore the body after centuries of existence, the weak life of a human isn't enough. So, using the simply more superior life forms, wild animals and magic beasts, as raw material, they compose their bodies. As one of the oldest vampires, Nero is probably in a league of his own regarding the sheer amount of beasts he has caught and used for his body. A league of his own? Things like those black dogs are a part of his body, then? Exactly. But there is a limit to a human's capacity. Probably only about 30 beasts can be controlled at once. Having more than one illusionary beast, such as a magical or phantom beast, would overload one's capacity. Putting that into consideration, all of Nero's familiars are probably real animals. Yeah, that may be fortunate. I don't quite get the last part, but that means there's 30 of those black dogs. No, that can't be right. Black dogs weren't the only things rampaging in the hotel. I think there were things like lions and leopards, too. And wolves and sharks, and that crocodile, and cockroaches, apparently. Right. To be able to bring together 30 animals of the same type is one thing, but for Nero to have different beasts in his body truly places the strength of his willpower apart from others. Well, it does seem odd that if he has that sort of power, he would only use wild animals. I would have thought he would employ more magical beasts with his sort of willpower. Arcuid descends deep into thought. Whatever. Anyway, we at least know his weapons are 20 or 30 familiars. So now we can understand why he's called Chaos. His name really isn't Chaos? Yeah, most long-lived dead apostles don't use their names from their human lives. But they don't make up a new name themselves. The church assigns them one. They add on names as they find new, special characteristics of the vampire, so some of them have names as long as spells. And I guess the church must have really hated him to name him Chaos. It would have been enough for one lion to hunt the entire hotel, right? But he let loose all of his beasts to feed, meaning he seems to enjoy such excesses. 30 beasts inside the vampire Nero. Just with that, he killed and ate without a trace 100 people at the hotel in 30 minutes. I can't believe it. He's a complete monster. Yes, he really is the worst opponent I could have at the moment. He's one of those you never want to meet. But what's worse is that such a guy knows where we are. Even now, I'm sure his familiars are watching us. What? Isn't it obvious? We were saved earlier because the sun rose, but we can't count on that tonight. He knows of this place, so he will certainly come to kill us at the height of his power at midnight. Come to kill us tonight? Yes, he said so himself. What is this? That man in the black coat is coming tonight? I don't know what I should say. I should escape. I know that's the wisest decision. But Arcuid is in this condition. Even if she ran away, I don't think she could escape from that monster. No, less about her and more about me. If I stay here, If I stay involved with Arcuid, there's no mistaking the fact that I'll face him. He is dangerous. Clearly put, he isn't sane. More than his body, which houses those animals, his eyes are like a machine's, devoid of even a single emotion. The true eyes of a killer which does whatever it is assigned to do. As one who has experienced his attack, I am sure that, without a doubt, he is to be avoided. But does that mean I should just leave Arcuid here and run away? No matter who she is, she can't move because she protected me. And I can tell her good luck and go home? Arcuid, But it's alright. Even Nero isn't a problem for you. No matter who it is, you can kill anyone with a single blow. Huh? Arcuid says something outrageous, as if it was completely ordinary. Hey, what in the world are you saying? What am I saying? You're going to fight with me, right? Arcuid looks directly at me. Her eyes place all trust in me. But this isn't a joke. No. There's no way I could take on a monster like that. I refuse. I can't stand up to that monster. She told me to be her shield and watch over her while she sleeps, but I couldn't even do that well. Even if I were to fight with her, I would probably just get in the way. Arcuid, sorry, but I can't. He's too different. Even if I fought him, I wouldn't even be able to scratch him. What? Really? I'm not sure where she gets that from, but she tilts her head as if doubting me. I'm glad you think so highly of me, but I can't do it. Our promise was just for me to watch over you for one night. I don't want to have anything more to do with that monster. It may be too late. Nero met you. Even if you were no longer with me, I don't think he would leave you alone. She speaks lightly as if discussing some third party. What? I blurt out, and then I understand. That vampire Nero is the one killing people in this town. There's no reason for him to leave me alone once I saw his face. But I am faster than Nero. He cannot move during the day, and you're right in front of me, so it's overwhelmingly in my favor. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking if you are going to run away, I would just kill you here. Arcuid smiles as she jokes around, but she also seems serious. Ugh. Her smile doesn't fade. She really seems intent on coercing me. You devil. I'm trapped. If I'm going to be attacked either way, then there's no other choice but to help Arcuid. I look up at the ceiling and take a deep breath. Fortunately, that prepares me just a bit for what is to come. Okay, I'm ready. Come to think of it, there was no running away from the time I met you. Coming this far, I guess I have no choice but to go all the way. And I have seen this scene. We are getting into the fight. We're gonna... wait, and I have seen that. And now we attack, and I have seen that. We are just skipping through the entire frickin' fight, apparently. I'm saving because I don't remember which decision here we chose last time, and I want to go for whichever one we didn't. So I'll bear with it now and wait for my chance. Nope, we've seen that one. I have to destroy the main body. The main source. If I can do something to Nero's main body manipulating the beasts, I might be able to save at least Arcuid. Ah! I blindly swing my knife. I force my faltering body and run forward. If he hasn't moved as he toys with me, then he should be standing with his half body ahead of here. Nero! Stop your noise making. It is unpleasant. His coat wavers. From there, a white horn comes straight at me. Something like antlers sticks into my torso. Thud. It's so sharp it doesn't really hurt. I fall flat on my back. I am quite the fastidious person. Hello, Mythic Wavy. Welcome, welcome. Rest assured, though there will not even be one of your cells left. I hear a voice. At the same time, a black dome arches over me. And I have seen that scene. And now here's something new. How am I doing? I am doing all right. How about you? I'm exhausted. I collapse onto the ground. I fall on my rear and try to keep my body up with my hands. My right hand finally lets go of my knife. Cold. I'm cold. The pain is numbed. It feels almost comfortable. My body is ripped with canine bite marks and beak marks. Well, there's no mistake that I'll probably die like this. Shiki! Arcuid's voice. Run! You're getting targeted! Arcuid shouts as she dashes towards me. I stare up at the night sky as I sit. There, I see the white moon and the figure of a blue crow. It screams as it falls straight towards me. It drops down to pierce my brain with its sharp beak. I try and stand up to escape, but my body is at its limit. I try to stand up, but only end up collapsing on the ground. Because I fell on my back, I get a disturbingly clear view of the crow. It dives just like a bullet towards my face, and with the sound of sliced flesh, it dies right before my eyes. The blue crow was impaled by a flying nail which looks like a large sword. It had to have come from somewhere above. I look up at the night sky. There is the white moon. And there's someone dressed in black, priest-like garments. The figure stands on a streetlight and stares down at me. Despite just being almost killed, I vacantly think those high-laced boots look really cool. They do look pretty cool. The figure doesn't say anything. The emotionless eyes resemble the sharp moonlight. The figure really resembles Senpai. My mind swims. The crow's death cry, and I close my eyes quietly. I keep bleeding. In my groggy state, I can hear Arcuid and someone else arguing. I cannot leave it to you. I will heal him. A horribly hostile voice. Don't do anything you shouldn't. This is mine, so it doesn't concern you. Arcuid sounds the same too. She sounds the same, but I wish she wouldn't selfishly make me her object. Yes, this certainly does not concern me right now. However, I do not think you can heal such wounds. All you can do is watch him die. Or Do you intend on making this young man one of your subordinates, Arcuid Brunstud? Do you think I would do such a thing? I can hear more than hostility in their voices. There's so much tension I expect another fight to the death to start. Then please be quiet. With those wounds, he cannot last long. I really hate you. You should just disappear before I kill you. I really hate you as well. You don't need to tell me anything. I plan on leaving once his wounds are healed. You yourself should disappear before I kill you. I can't stand seeing you around. A conversation full of tension and hostility. My mind goes totally blank. Hard. Yeah, it's hard. What is? I feel something hard against my back, and it causes me to wake with a start. Huh? Arcuid? I look around. I'm in the park lying on a bench. I look at the park's clock, and it's past 1 in the morning. I guess it hasn't even been an hour since then. Arcuid looks at me wordlessly. Or maybe it's more like a glare. Arcuid? Arcuid doesn't respond. I don't know why, but she seems really angry. There. For now, I stand up. Oh, my wounds are healed. I was so bloody and cut up, but there isn't a single scar anywhere. There isn't any pain either, as if my fighting with Nero was all a dream. But that was no dream. Then this must be Arcuid. Don't tell me you used another part of Nero's body again. No, unfortunately not. It would have been a quick fix, and you would have gotten stronger with it, too. But since you killed Nero completely, we can no longer use his body. Really? I guess you healed me in another way, then? Wow, I really am back to normal. I don't feel pain or dizziness. Just how in the world did you do it, Arcuid? I don't know. I wasn't the one who healed you. She exclaims and looks away, displeased. It seems that's the reason. But if she wasn't the one to heal me, then just who did? Ah. There was another person. Someone who helped me. That woman in black garments who resembled Senpai far too much. Arcuid, where is that person from before? Still looking displeased, she looks away and ignores me. Hey, Arcuid, I'm asking you what happened to that person from before. I don't know. I didn't see anyone. She turns away and pretends not to know anything. Hey, you just said you weren't the one who helped me. If it wasn't you, then who else could have done it? Oh, enough already! I said I don't know, so I don't know. Oh. It seems she's taking it out on me. In the first place, why are you so interested in that person? It doesn't have anything to do with you, right? There is something. It was dark. I couldn't really tell, but that person looked like someone I know. That's just a coincidence. Just forget about that person. If you talk about it again in front of me, I'll get really mad. Ending quickly, she looks away. Why are you so angry? I should be the one getting angry. I just want to know who that person from before was, that's all. Fine, I got it. I won't ask anymore. Besides, our partnership ends here anyway. Isn't it obvious? We defeated the vampire who did as he pleased in this town, so my responsibility is gone now. I have to get back home soon or Akiha will yell at me. I think it's about time to cut it off, Arcuid. You're right. Now that you mention it, it's already this late, too. Arcuid nods. Alright. I also nod in understanding. I nodded out of understanding, but there's still something lingering. As if I regret parting with her. That's ridiculous. She's a vampire, and I'm a normal human. If I associated with her anymore, something will happen that I can't take back. Bye, Arcuid. Raising a hand, I step away. There were a lot of horrible things that happened, but it was pretty fun, too. So, take care of yourself. Yeah, it is late, and you have to get back home. Good night. Till next time, Shiki. I think she just said something odd. I tried to say, "This is the last time, idiot," but I stopped myself. Well, there are a lot of problems, but she is quite an interesting person. I speak as if trying to convince myself. But it's the truth. So, even if it is just once in a while, I feel like if by some chance we got to meet again, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Hold up. I'm looking through this. Okay. I saw a decision coming up that could get me a flag, and I was like, oh, do I want to avoid this flag, or does it matter? It doesn't look like it matters a ton. At the very least, it won't kill us, so I'll grab it. I return to the mansion. It's about 2 in the morning, and there's not a single light on in the mansion. I have to sneak in. I climb over the fence and enter the garden. Fortunately, the door is open, and I am able to enter inside without waking anyone. I get back to my room and take a deep breath. It's over. I truly feel all the events these past 3 days, all the strange things, are actually finished. Well then, time for bed. I sink my tired body into bed and fall asleep. Or at least I intended to. But I just can't sleep. My mind and body are tired, but I can't stop thinking about that figure and I can't sleep. It couldn't have been Senpai, but she resembles Senpai so much. I couldn't get a good look at her face, so I can't say for sure. So I think it's just my mistake. Tomorrow, I'll ask her at school. Yeah, that's right. I can see her at school anytime, so I'll just ask her then. Then she can just say that wasn't me and it'll all be alright. Alright, that's what I'll do. It's decided. Now then, if I just read a boring book, I'll probably fall asleep. Immortality. If those words are to be a grand reality, it would be one of the things which would define eternity. But in reality, nothing in existence has reached that level. For example, those vampires occasionally spoken of in legends are not immortal. After all, they are defective because they require stealing from others to exist. Furthermore, the fact that their supplemental parts have to be of the same species, in this case generally referring to humans, means that they are not versatile at all. They call themselves the transcendent race, but that is not evolution. It is degeneration. That which cannot function independently in perpetuity cannot be called eternal. It is presumptuous to call something immortal if it depends on others to halt its aging. There already exists something close to perfection which can function independently in perpetuity. It feeds on itself and multiplies. It has no such thing as a lifespan. Old cells become food as nutrients, and new cells are produced from it, such as a jellyfish. However, it is perpetual only because it has no intelligence. If having no intelligence is fine, then it is no different from gaining eternity by death. If you want to be eternal, living as a human, it is impossible by the method of immortality. Long years destroy the body and wear away flexibility of the mind. Immortality or eternity. I have no attachment to stained immortality. Persistently maintaining individuality makes eternity unattainable. Instead of gaining immortality as a single human, I chose the infinity in which I continue to exist eternally. I see. Certainly a different approach than I. However, with your method, will you not lose eternity at the extinction of the human race? Your method always requires an unborn child other than yourself. Yes, that is true. But if no other humans existed, I would not be able to confirm my own self. So, if humans become extinct, then continuing to live would be worthless. At that point, my immortality would end. I do not understand your theory. That is far from the thesis of eternity, serpent. No, it is eternity. When a time comes to perish, everything should perish. If observers cease to exist, then that means everything is unchanging. The eternity I embody is temporary until that time occurs. I cannot turn everything into nothingness. Therefore, I will continue living until it happens. Although, I have found yet another amusement. Is that why you called me? Yes. I will show you a mystic method which allows you to slightly shape what is inside of you. There is someone I wish for you to catch using this achievement from the Age of the Gods, Chaos. Oh? Well, that was interesting. And I do believe we're gonna go ahead and call it quits here for the night. As usual with Tsukihime, I don't want to be going too long because oof, ouch, my poor throat. Let's see. Tomorrow we are gonna be doing some Grand Blue. And of course, we will be back with more Tsukihime next week. It looks like we've got a whole lot of new content in day 4. No, day 5. That's day 5, right? Hang on, let me check. Yes, I just saw it, but let me check again. Yes, day 5. So we're probably just going to be doing day 5 straight up next week. I think that is everything I want to go over right now. So thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight. And I hope to see you all next time.